Okay, Hyundai i20, we're having problems with the EGR. It's saying it's inconclusive, all due to the crash I had and all the smoke coming out. I've changed the Lambda sensor for an aftermarket one. Didn't really work very well. It did work for a short period of time. Then a week or two later it started failing, so I'm not sure. When I took it out, I took the Lambda sensor out, lots of signs of burning very rich. It was all black. This is the aftermarket one, so I'm going to go for the EGR now and the inlet manifold. I've cleaned the EGR already. That's easy, just them four bolts there. So you've got to loosen the EGR. There's a nut there, also one here, one there. So, and also here, took that one out. You can see my fingers there. That one, took that one out. There's a back hose here, hose here. Took them two off. Took the gasket out just here. And then there's two bolts down there. There's, you can see one where I've loosened one, and there's just one below it. Yeah, you can see both of them there. I'm just loosening it now. This, look at this cooling system. It's a bit. See, it's wobbling now. Okay. So obviously you got to take the battery out, take the air out. Already take the computer out. Took the battery out first, then uncoupled the computer. So I took all that out. It's quite self-explanatory. Took the air hose out, Lambda sensor, uncoupled these, coupled that. That's the turbo in there. So in total, I think I've uncoupled 8 of these kind of little sensor harnesses. So I count 1, 2. There's one down there, fuel pump. 2. This will go into there. This is actuator. I can't remember what it's for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There should be one last one. Of course, the Lambda sensor, the last one, number 8. This side, take off one bolt here, and this holds the cable in. 1, 2, one down, a couple down there, one down there somewhere. At least as this actuator becomes loose, some of these bolts here. Now what I've got to do next is isolate this fuel. I'm going to clean this fuel pipe so there's no dust. I'm going to put it in a bag, and that's my fuel pump. Cover it in some sort of something, make sure there's no dirt falls in there. Obviously I'll cover this as well. Then I should be taking out, looks like you can see it through there, these bolts here. And hopefully this thing should just come off. I can clean inside it. Good luck. Okay, inlet manifold taken off. Just got to loop this cable around here, and it'll come off. I'm not going to remove that. Lots of crap in there, and on the inside of it looks like. I'm not sure this is what I did was any good. I should clean it all out with a carburetor filter cleaner. I should also take this out as well. See what makes a difference. Well, in that manifold, look at all that crap I've got to clean out. Right, running which, look at all this. I'm going to uncouple these arms so I can clean it and do that. And twist this off. Count the threads. Count 80 threads. Hello. So here's the solenoid from the top of the EGR valve. I've checked the resistance between these two terminals. The book says 8.3, I get 8.3 ohms. So there's a solenoid in there, activates this thing down here, and this thing down here presses on top of this, like that, like so, and that opens the bottom up. When it opens the bottom, air is allowed to pass through, because when it was sitting on this EGR cooler, when I was blowing through this end, you can't blow the air through, but as soon as I press on the top, like so, the air can get through, so it'll be the exhaust gas going one way or the other. So taking it out, so I'm going to spray it out with carburetor cleaner, then a bit of WD-40 inside here and here. But my main worry for all the smoke was I thought this would be blocked full of crap in it, and I can blow straight through. So with this, and I'll blew straight through that, it's not a problem. So when I opened up the intercooler, I'm still getting some oil dripping out here. So here's the intake manifold. It's perfectly dry in there, and so I don't know where this oil's coming from. There's that bottom hose that fits on the intercooler. Not too much oil, just a few drops, and I think that is normal. Turbo's got some oil in it, I think that's normal as well, so I'm 100% sure. It's also dripping out the top here, so I'm a bit curious. When I took out the heat air warming thing, which is this, the air warmer sits like so here, like this. So you pull this out, so this is quite easily accessible. Remember the last picture was very mucky, and I've cleared it out. Hopefully I'll do it some good. Alright, so that's how you clear out all this system. Of course I've got to fill it back with water, because the water will leak from these water hoses. I've just got pure distilled water. I think there's probably enough concentrate on there, inside there, to keep it frost free and not turn to ice. Alright, if you like this video, how to clean the EGR inlet manifold, put a like, subscribe if you want. Thank you. Okay, I'm trying to solve my problem with the vehicle running rich Hyundai i20. I noticed the other day when I was fiddling about it, I managed to get it so that the scan tool read that it wasn't super rich. It was just kind of normal, but I know I need the Lambda Sensors changing, a proper one from the dealer, and it is coming. I have bought it, but in the meantime it's just using so much diesel, I can't believe it. Now the scan tool data, we just turn this light off. Scan tool data, it's hard to pick up on this. There it is. Yeah, okay. You notice the highest amount is 1.183, lowest is 0.8. It's averaging about 1, which is like super rich, and so that's no good. That's for the oxygen sensor voltage. Means it's reading super rich. It means super lean, sorry, super lean, and it's just pumping in loads of fuel. You can smell it at the back. The other day when I filled about it, the strong fuel smell went away. On your component side, if you pull the component, this is not the harness, the component, if you looked at it. Number 2 is the grey wire on the component side. That's heater power, it should be 12 volts, 13, whatever the battery is. This one here, that's heater control. If you put a ohmmeter, it should read about 9 ohms. Mine's reading 3 ohms. So I know that somehow it's shorted out or something. I've checked everything that I can think of, and it draws me back, and it wasn't there. It draws me back to the sensor because it got damaged by highly rich environment caused by the computer. Probably think it's lean, So I'll run it, we'll get it warm, and we'll check the scan tool data again, and afterwards I'll do my thing. See what... So what I did was, simply, here's the component side, that's the harness side, see I've already exposed the cables. Now, on the component side there'll be the grey wire, the grey wire and the white wire below, that's number 2 and 5. What I simply did is I probed it at the back using a multimeter, and I grounded it on the chassis on the other side, and listen to the engine changes. I can't do this at the same time, no help with me. Okay, this is where I hopped around with the accelerator, about here. So I'm getting a change. On idle it's just dead smooth on running rich. Afterwards it's on a high, I think, yeah, it runs, that's where it cuts off. Low is running lean, so it pumps more fuel in. High number means running rich, so the computer takes off fuel, if I remember rightly. Let's have a look at engine. Back to that grey wire, 2 amps. Quite hard to do this at the same time. Come to the white wire, 4 amps. That's heater current. That wire should be sensor. Earlier it gave me nothing. Give me nothing again. Let me change the settings to millivolts. Now we're getting something, I think. I'm not sure. I know it's in the millivolts, I think. I'm not sure about that. Swap that thing around. Fan's turned on now, unusually. Never seen it turn on. Okay, got to add high sensitivity. Yes, it's pulsing. You can just see that on the higher sensitivity, 200 millivolts. Let me quickly accelerate. Versus millivolt range. Can't remember what this. It's on the black wire. Let's do the red one. Keep the accelerator. Just come up with the red one. Millivolts different. That's a little bit milli current. Milliamp current. This is the yellow one. So I'm calling up to 100 frames, custom maths and airflow, and also this oxygen sensor. I do. Completing final frame, playback, yes. So this is without me doing my little trick that I think might work. So we've got it basically stuck on 0.973. If it was a low reading, I got it fluctuating quite nicely, funny enough. Don't usually do it. If it was a low reading, it means it's running rich, and we'll lean it out. If it was running above 0.45, it means it's running lean, and it'll rich it out instead, the opposite. So it's warmed up, it's done loads of little changes. The lowest is 0.965, the highest is 0.78, and mass sensor is running at, it's 10 grams per second. Over there. Right, let's do my little trick, see if I can get low. Alright, okay, this is the global diagnostic for Hyundai. You can download this for £10. Well worth the money, I think. So it says here, Lambda, which is that ratio on my scan tool, 1 to 1.1 means it's lean. Rich is 0.9 to 1, and I'm reading 0. I guess it means it's very rich. And before, I remember when I first tested it, after the problems I had, it was a 1.99. Lambda Sensor straight from Hyundai, genuine parts. It's got a Bosch on it. It's got these parts numbers. It's a genuine Hyundai Bosch part, 7.5 watts. I'm going to test the resistance, and it should be at 20 degrees, which is about what it is now, 9.2 ohms between terminals 2 and 5. I'm going to do this before I put this in my car, so I know if I'm going to cut, if I've damaged it later on. So it's middle 2 terminals. I'm going to ohms. I'm looking for 9.2 ohms. It shouldn't damage it. You can take about some 3 ohms. Swap it around the other way. Rooms that way. Same as the others. Three and a half ohms, same as the others. Okay, new Hyundai Lambda sensor put in. Just now the car was half warm anyway. I took it for a quick ride. Now here's my scan tool, mass sensor, mass airflow rate. I only did a few of them, so I need to use a bigger scale. Jump down. I think we're only one up to 200. Grams per second. Up and down. Okay. Next one, map. Get a pascals, that's pressure. Coolant. Was it 71? Cooled down actually. Hotter and hotter, that makes sense. EGR. Top number, top right corner is the error. It says maximum 61% error, lowest in minus 28.9. Catalytic converter always says the same thing. 110. I think it might be. It doesn't even have a temperature sensor. EGR command. Probably when I took off. EGR was doing something. And they're doing nothing. Frame 118, 120. This car was quite warm anyway, but nothing, no readings to start with. It should take 10 seconds to warm up. It's got a maximum of 1.236. Wow. Here, rate 129. Took a while to warm up. Holy cow, I hope it's not the engine computer. Fuel rate ratio, it's on near 0.